Hello and welcome back to Daniel Drives, and welcome to the driver's seat of my mum's Renault Megane E-Tech. It's a great car this, and we are currently 9 miles outside of Colchester, down south. And you're going to be asking, Daniel, why on a Saturday have you travelled over 4 hours down to Colchester? Well, it's for something very, very exciting, because today we are car shopping, and we are shopping for the replacement for my Polestar 2, because if you watched my previous video, you'll know the Polestar has now gone. So if you're watching this video, you know it's good news and I have a new car. If this video never goes onto the internet and ends up in the history archives of Daniel Drives, you'll know, or you won't know, it was a massive disaster and the car was a dog. So fingers crossed you are watching this video. Right, I think it's just on the left here is the unit where this little car dealer... Ah, there it is, I can see the car. There it is, don't point the camera at it. It's top secret for the grand reveal, if we get it. Fingers crossed, wish me luck, viewers. Yeah. It's quite smooth. No rattle. Well, sometimes a car deal just isn't meant to be. But today is not one of those days, because welcome to my F31 BMW 320D, 66 plate, so it's 2016, and I am so happy with it. So happy with it. This is going to be the perfect commuter car for me when I start university this September. So why a 320D first of all? Obviously the 320D is the B47 engine in this sort of later F31 3 Series guise, which is a much more reliable engine than the predecessor being the N47. And overall, it's a decent lump, it really is. Cheap road tax as well, £35 a year, this being the rear-wheel drive model. And also it's not renowned for time and chain failures or anything like that. Obviously, my heart would have said go for a 330D with the N57 engine, but I just don't need it. I'm going to be doing a lot of just sitting in the middle lane, not middle lane, I'm not middle lane hogger, exposing myself there, on the way to uni and back, and I just need the fuel economy really, and I still need something that's going to kind of make me feel proud to own it, and this is it for me. My first BMW touring. I feel like ever since I started driving, it's kind of been building up to this day, because I love estate cars, and more than that, I love BMW estate cars. Just look at that side profile. I just really like it. This, obviously, the F31 era generation of 3 Series is one of my favourites. I don't normally like silver cars, but I'm going to say it really suits this one. And I think that's probably thanks to, I think, the 19-inch diamond cut wheels. Some of them in better condition than the others. And also it's got little accents like blue M brake calipers and the M badging and stuff like that. So I just think it suits it. It's also the, what do they call it, the shadow line, which means any of the bits that would be chrome on other 3 Series are black at the roof rails as well. I just think it's such a smart looking car. It really is. And being a touring as well, you have got so much practicality. Look at the window hatch. That's fantastic. I've wanted one of those for so long. You can put that down, obviously, like so. And then you've got an electronic boot. Still got some luxury carried over from the Polestar. And look at that space. It's fantastic. Even came with a dog net, although I don't think that's going to be much use for my miniature Labradoodle. But, oh, just look at it. I am just so happy with it. Now, I must mention, I am filming this very brief introduction about 10 miles away from where I bought it. Probably not even that, probably 2 miles in a Lidl car park. So it's going to be very kind of cut and shut. But I will do a proper introduction to this car when we get home one day and I've got some time. The interior, black leather. I've not had black leather in a BMW since my Z4. The first car I ever bought myself, my second car. And I've just realised it's got piping as well. It's got kind of white cream piping in the leather. I didn't notice that, I must admit. But look at it, it's got the M Sport steering wheel, because this is an M Sport car, which I think looks great. It's got the ZF 8-speed automatic gearbox, which is a very reliable and just robust gearbox, and it's quite quick as well. Flappy paddles, you actually got proper dials. I miss those so much. Obviously the business wide iDrive system as well, which is nice. I can turn the car on. It's going to beep at me probably. Come on, car, wake up. I'm pressing the start-stop button, that's what I'm doing wrong. It comes to life. Radio 2 plays, obviously, because it's my car. And yeah, it's still quite a modern system. Much better than the one I had in my 325i, my E92. But yeah, got some fancy screens underneath the actual physical dials as well. But everything's just laid out so nice. CD player as well, I really miss having one of those. So yeah, excited to blast out my Genesis CDs in these. Harman Kardon as well. I think what drew me to kind of risking covering the distance to see this car was the spec. Because for the price it was up for, this is a very, very high spec model. It's kind of got a lot of the optional extras. No sunroof, sadly. I would have really liked a sunroof, but beggars can't be choosers. This car has been for sale for a little while, since April time, I think. And I used one of those price trackers. It was up for about £9,500. And it was then reduced to 8,750, where it was when I found it. And I paid £1,000 less than that. So I paid £7,750. That's me being completely transparent. And I've got to say, I'm unbelievably happy with this. It's a bit of a bargain, I do think, because this, in my mind, it's not a 10-year-old car. This is still the new 3 Series to me. It's very, very unusual. Behind me, we've got the Renault Megane E-Tech that my mum and dad have been driving. Thanks to them for coming along and making today possible. Otherwise, I'd be risking public transport. But yeah, we're going to have a nice 4-hour convoy home now. And I just think there's nothing more exciting and better to get to know a car than having a long drive home. So wish me luck. Got some essentials from Lidl for the journey home, some raspberries, a nice big bottle of water. Time to munch the miles in my 320D. Right then, with the power of my Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses, we are now on the road in my new 320D. Interrupted by the maps there, but we are heading to get some diesel. It has got a quarter of a tank in already, but just want to fill up enough to be able to get home. I need to put some Red X in it as well. I did buy some. Right, so I've got this Red X diesel system cleaner. I wanted to do this because we've got a long motorway drive home. So I'm going to pour half, or it's a little bit more than half actually, with that in. And then I'm going to break the bank and put some Supreme diesel in. My goodness, I regret that. £2 a litre it is, isn't it? Oh my goodness. That is the most I've paid for any fuel. Or it might be the Nürburgring actually. Right, we are back on the road. I've reset the trip so we can see what MPG this engine can do. Oh, I'm such a nerd. Okay, a little situation update for you. I've not yet opened my raspberries. They're for later on. We've still got 2 hours and 39 minutes to go. But I am loving my F31 nearly forward. It was called then. I was going to call it an E92. That was quite some time ago now. So, 50 miles in, after filling up with premium diesel. Call me a snob, I know, that won't be a regular thing. And also the Red X stuff. And cruise control set at 66. Dual carriageway conditions, I am now averaging 62.4 miles per gallon. I've never seen that feature before. I've never seen that figure before, rather. Let me get my words right. I'm just that excited about it. I've been so used to my straight 6 petrol BMWs doing like 30 mpg if you're lucky. But now I'm getting 62, so it's just happy days really. Everything works as it should. It's super smooth. I'm in 8th gear cruising at 1,500 RPM. I'm really happy with it. And the sound system is amazing. Well, there we have it. A long day on the road. Nearly 500 miles of driving for me today. We left the house, I think, at 10 AM. It's now gone 11 PM. The motorway was a bit of a nightmare, actually, in some places. Typical Saturday traffic. And on the M6, the motorway was actually closed for about 20 minutes, maybe, because there was some sort of nasty accident or some delay, I'm not really sure. But there was this fire engine and ambulance that was trying to make its way through. Complete nightmare. But we all made it back safely, and more importantly, Brian, the BMW 320D, also made it home. There we go, there is a name confirmed on the big internet. Brian the BMW. I've had Bruno, I've had Bruce, and this is the third one. Brian, what a car, seriously. It's been so good on the motorway. Anybody who says these 2-litre diesels are underpowered is just really wrong, really wrong. It just has plenty of grunt. Obviously it's turbocharged and everything. It's got a lot of torque as well. So final stats, 62.6 miles per gallon. And that includes a bit of a blast away from the toll plaza and also a bit of the traffic towards the end as well. But the best I saw was about 64 miles per gallon. So just so impressive. And again, alien to me, who's always had petrol and one electric car. It's just super impressive. So yeah, this car's really impressed me today. There's kind of nothing at all that I'm worried about. So I'm sure we're going to have many exciting adventures with this car. Next weekend, I'm going camping to Anglesey with some friends. The weekend after, I'm at the Dutch Grand Prix. All mileage that this car is going to munch through, and I've basically got no doubts. It's going to be perfect. Before I ordered from Amazon fresh oil filter as well. I'm going to get the fuel filter done, give it all the serviceable items, and maybe a couple of other bits and bobs here and there to treat it. But for now, what a car, and I hope you've enjoyed coming along for the journey because it's just been an amazing day. Yeah, no disappointments at all. So subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more content with my F31 BMW.